That's it. No one else, nothing else. Anyone wants to review? That's fine.
As long as you guys, read most of the notes, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yep, read the notes, watched the recording.
I'm good.
Let's turn off the news. It's too like garbage. So we'll start from Holo and Kabi and Basil's perspective. You guys are alone, running through the woods, not necessarily naked and afraid, but it's a cool reference to make. But yeah, you guys are currently running through the woods. You guys are free to give me a perception check if you'd like, for no particular reason.
How dark is it?
Ooh, it's pretty dark.
I have dark vision.
I'll make mine a disadvantage because I do not have dark vision.
And I am clutching the pillow. It's an important reminder.
As you guys are kind of rustling through the woods, Kabi, you get the sense that somebody's following you.
Hey, hello. Don't look back. But we're being followed.
Holo plays along.
And as I'm kind of just kind of being rocked, like moved around and being held by her mouth, I will try to catch a glimpse behind her to see what is following us.
You see a hooded individual, kind of, for lack of a better word, kind of ninja style, running across the treetops, following you.
They're up in the trees. Basil. They're behind you, maybe 5 o'clock. You think you could blast them?
Sure, are you certain that's the proper response here? You see anyone else?
Do I see anyone else?
Nope.
Well, there's three of us. One of them, they're chasing us. I think we have every right. So just blast them.
All right. I'll kind of just turn and loose an Eldritch Blast in that direction.
Do you have dark vision?
I do.
Ooh.
We're gonna use that second bolt as well.
I don't have it yet. We haven't long rested.
As a cantrip.
I mean, last session I asked that and I only had the one bolt.
Alright.
Yeah, I was being a meanie.
It's fine. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But yeah, the blast connects, and you can see the individual kind of just plop down from the trees.
Hello. Get her. Or get him.
Why don't you?
Well, you gotta put me down first.
She spits you out.
I'm gonna run up to the individual, hand crossbow in my right hand, pillow in my left hand, and I'm gonna press it. Just hold it like right up to their face. Why are you following us?
The guy just kind of coughs as the air in his lungs kind of get blown out of him after the drop, and he looks to the crossbow in his face. As you look down on him, you see the familiar symbol on his shirt that you have on yours, Kabi. I have Enoch.
Wait, did he say I am Enoch?
No, the Eye of Enoch, the symbol.
Oh, okay. Well, well, well. Why don't you tell me your name before we continue this?
I'd like it if you please put that thing down, thank you. You're Kabi, I presume.
I am. And let me take a stab in the dark here. Mr. Towers.
The one and only. He kind of starts to stretch as he gets up and dust off his clothes.
I do put my crossbow away and well, I wasn't expecting you for another day.
Really? Well, they must have overestimated my arrival time.
So, why are you following us tonight?
I'm following you because we are tasked to work together. No, I wasn't sure what kind of characters you were traveling with, so I wanted to take a look for myself before I introduced myself.
Kabi will speak in a slightly hushed tone. Only the bear knows who you are. The human does not. Not the human. Wanty does not. No, he looks like a human though, right?
He does look like
Okay.
Basil is mostly human.
Yeah. The human does not.
Well, that should make our mission difficult, no?
It's gonna have a little bit of a speed bump, but nothing we can't work around. Our other companion knows you as well. So I'm going to pull my crossbow back out before they come back up to us, and I'm gonna look like I am interrogating you. Staffy?
You want to look like you're interrogating me when we're supposed to work together?
Just for the moment. And I will kind of move my crossbow back around, but I won't have my finger on the trigger.
How far away is Kabi from us?
Were you, I would say about like 80-ish feet?
Okay.
Kind
So you
of
better.
puts his fingers up to his ear real quick. There's like a small whisper, and then just nods. Very well. And then he drops down to his knees, hands up.
Now, you have 10 seconds to tell us why you are following us, or I will put this bolt clean through your skull. And I say that loudly so Basil and Holo can hear us.
Is it not curious to try to see why a bear is running with a small creature on its mouth, mounted by a man? I was merely curious. Sorry, friend.
Well, I'll look back at the party. We can't just very well let him go. Perhaps he knows something. You come from Woodhurst, right?
No.
Do
More
you
is
know of a
my initial homestead.
I'm sorry, repeat again? Apologies, I spoke at the same time.
More is my initial homestead.
Moreberry?
No. More. The Great Wizard Tower, you know.
Do you know who Caius is?
Never heard of.
Hmm. So, a stranger in the woods.
Yes, I
Sorry,
reckon so.
are we really taking time to interrogate him right now when we are fleeing from this mess that we have created? Kill him and let's be on our way. We've already killed others out tonight. This one won't make much difference.
Holo does hit you with her head. We were never supposed to kill anyone. Tonight was a massive mistake.
I agree. But I don't believe this one more will add to the scales that... Can we just go?
We do need to go regardless. For all we know, well, the whole town already knows who we are. I guess it doesn't matter if he walks.
Well,
It's just leave him, Kabi. We have other things to attend to, and we can't take him back.
why not? I think he might have information we need, Holo.
I disagree. If he doesn't know who Caius is, he's unknowledgeable. Why would we bother?
I don't know. Don't you think it's a little odd that he was out here in the middle of nowhere, seemingly following us? Holo.
Can I insight check any of this?
Yeah, you're free to. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, then kill him.
Ah,
This-
fuckers.
All right.
It's
If I might interject for my own safety, you all don't seem like murderers. I am but an innocent civilian on his way to Woodhurst. There's no need to kill me.
Holo will knock him down with her with a headbutt. If you do anything to betray us, then you'll give me a reason to kill you. Please don't.
You're still in bear form, right?
Yeah.
My dearest bear lady, I have no reason to betray you, as we've only all just met.
I don't know anything about you.
And I don't know anything about you. So it seems we're in the same boat, no? I do, however, have a record of not attacking you, but you all attacking me, pointing at the big blast mark, kind of icy on its chest.
Holo lets out a big sigh. Let's keep moving. We don't have time for this. Kabi, it's your ass. Go, Basil.
um I'll help towers up and kind of just put a like nudge with my crossbow a bit, but we're gonna fall back a little bit as Basil and Holo hurry on ahead. Towers. Like, you better come up with a good reason fast as to why you're here. We have a story to sell.
Yes, well, it was your perceptive eyes that pointed me out to get blasted, so.
Well, as I was expecting you tomorrow, not today, I thought it was one of Caius's men trying to
And what,
follow us back to the quarry.
and what exactly was your plan when I arrived tomorrow morning?
It
So,
was gonna be one of those figure it out in the moment. There's a lot up in the air right now.
so I see. Very well. I think I can spin a story for you that might assist us later. He kind of
Well,
clasps his arms together. Go on, tie me up, take me prisoner.
I actually don't have any rope. You're just gonna have to walk ahead and my crossbow pointed in your back, kind of deal.
You are a rather unprepared agent, aren't you? He disses
I'm
as he steps in front of you, putting his arms up.
I'm new to this. You could say I kind of just, inherited the role.
Very well. I'll follow your lead.
But yeah, unfortunately, you already ousted yourself that you don't know who this Caius fella is, and he's kind of our big opponent here, our big obstacle. So I'd say come up with a damn good reason why you're here in Woodhurst. And where are you from? More? Wizard's Tower?
You've never heard of the Great Tower of Moor?
I am not from around here. Let's just leave it at that.
Fair enough. Well, I'm sure I could come up with a story.
Come up with it fast, because I can tell Holo and Thou who you are, but that Basil guy, nah, not yet.
Very well. I will come up with a story.
And I will lead Towers, kind of with my crossbow pointed into his back. My finger's not on the trigger, it's all for show.
We'll speed along. You guys kind of rush through, make it back to the quarry, in one piece. You'll find Amelia kind of just waiting at the front door, arms crossed, just looking down at you guys as you come up.
Amelia, I've been so busy, I've hardly seen you. And hello does ship back into her normal form. Like it's been a couple days since I've actually spoken with you. How have you been?
I've been fine. Was your bout successful?
It was mixed, you could say. Amelia, what do you know of Bartholomew?
Bartholomew? He was a family friend. I didn't know the specifics of how he was with my father.
We found some notes in the manor written by him, one potentially written by your father. I think once we have some time to rest, let's sit down, talk about it, share about it, and a couple other details came up as well.
Just kind of has like a very serious look and just nods.
Oh, well, we can talk about it right now. The stone that the tower was made of, when the two are hit together, it creates some type of magical pulse. A pulse that reacts to Kabi's little ruby. We're starting to wonder that that might have something to do with the townsfolk being enchanted somehow. But we found one in a hidden study that seemed to be Bartholomew's hidden study, and one underneath the floorboard of your father's master bedroom. So as to why they were there, their possible effects, why a tower was built out of it, it raises many questions. And we're just trying to figure out who might have influenced your father to build a tower with it, and that's what we mean to get to the bottom of. Who
And
tricked your father into
I'll
using it?
and I'll pull out the little box that has the two stone samples, and I'll hand over the bigger stone, but I'll keep the smaller one.
Melee kind of takes the large stone, kind of looks at it, kind of examines it, twirling it around in her hand, just really inspecting it.
Does it look familiar? Does this jog any parts of your memory?
Liz kind of shakes her head. No, this is new to me.
Well, you were gone for a while, right? So perhaps Penelope would know. Maybe that fat ass banker.
She kind of just looks past you and looks back at Holo. Perhaps Penelope would know.
But it seems as though this very stone could have been gathered from this very quarry. I think I know it's very late, but if we wanted to maybe nip around and maybe explore together, perhaps we could, I don't know, find some come down with evidence as to, well, we just need more information. The more the better.
Yeah, Amelia, you would have to know part of your father's business, right? Elder daughter, heir of the estate, that kind of deal.
She again just continues looking to Holo and says, I can understand the assumption of why I wouldn't know, but after a certain point when my mother passed, my father was very protective of his work.
Kabi's gonna roll his eyes. Oh, come on, lass. Don't be like that. You were in no position to go skulking about.
She kind of just enters the quarry and walks off. The building that you guys sleep in.
So she's walking into like the quarry proper where things were dug out of it.
No, she's walking. Oh yeah. She's walking towards the actual quarry itself.
Okay.
Should we not report the rest of our findings to Lady Penelope? The other.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, Penelope's probably going to be a little more reasonable than her right now. God, such a touchy, emotional what lass.
That's a bit harsh of you, Copy.
What? She was in no position to go skulking about.
Would you have the equivalent of a father figure that you would feel sorrow of if they died?
No, my clan was raised in large broods and primarily raised by the old and infirm members of our clan.
That does explain a lot then. But yes, to Penelope. And I
I'll
guess
kind of
we rest up, and then in the morning, perhaps that is when we move camp, and when we decide what our next step is going to be.
right. Well, I'll keep a close eye on our guest here.
Just keep your boyfriend out of trouble.
Bobby will kind of just grimace at her comment and just go, "Eh, it's what's wrong with you?"
In what I can assume ambient light around the quarry and camp area, can I see the symbol on Towers' chest?
Very easily.
And I can see the necklace around Kabi's neck.
Yes.
Mm.
And just so everyone
Oh,
has a reference.
huh.
Oh, what a twink.
Yeah, okay.
Hello,
How
size.
old is this fella?
He doesn't look old. He's quite young.
Okay.
Hobby, we're
Yeah.
doing so much better with truthfulness as of late. Powers, I presume.
So you have a
Well, shit. And I'll tuck the crossbow immediately back onto my holster.
Why waste your energy on lying here, copy?
Well, you know, Goody Two Shoe over there. I didn't tell him everything.
I don't know. You're assuming I know how you're thinking, and I don't, and each day I'm more and more confused. Didn't you tell this Enoch fellow that we would be helping you? Why would you want to hide the fact that Towers is here?
Well, I
Would I
told
betray
him.
you? Basil, would you betray him over this? I just don't understand your thinking here.
I have no idea what's going on, and honestly, I don't care anymore. And he just walks inside.
I don't know if I do either. Hobby,
Wait,
stop
wait.
lying.
Wait.
It's
Basil is not waiting at all. He's
Well,
he's not
I
budging.
don't. He doesn't care that Basil's walking away. He's trying to tell Holo to wait.
she
Well,
does.
you know, I told Enoch that I told you and Thal, and he got a little upset. And I asked if I should tell Basil, and he said, "Don't tell Basil." So I didn't want to tell Basil. And now Towers is here, and I wasn't expecting him to be here yet.
And you will be, well, we got the base notes that hobby is to put you in a position of influence when all this is done. Yes.
that's the gist.
We are trying to find a resolution that is bloodless as possible, and at the very least trying to oust Caius and what they call the collective. They traveled here. They seem to be influencing the townsfolk against the nobles who they have kicked out of town. And we are trying to essentially turn the townsfolk against this collective to see reason, or at the very least, get the pitchforks against this collective rather than the nobles. If you can help us do
Both.
that in any shape or form, you'll get your position and you'll help us with what we need to do. Mutually beneficial, you can say.
Yeah, that's basically the spark notes there that I was going to tell you.
Well, that's very curious. And just so I'm out of character, just clarify, you told him that they are being manipulated.
She did.
Do we know how deep this manipulation goes? Is it magical? Is it merely circumstance?
We think there's magical influence at play. These stones that how was made of, when the stones are hit together, they exude some type of magical influence. We're still trying to devise exactly how, but we do know that Kabi here, a ruby he has in his pocket, explodes whenever we use the stones near each other. We also had
And
him try to drink something that was some type of enchanted water from the town that also caused the ruby to explode. So we are hypothesizing that him exploding is a reaction to mind altering impacts, and we are thinking that the whole town is being influenced by such an impact, which is a way that Caius devised a way to convince the town folks against them. I guess saying it out loud, all that does seem awfully far-fetched.
And there's also a voice that occasionally pops up, or that does pop up when the ruby explodes.
Well,
A woman's voice, now that I think about it.
well, that's. Huh.
Regardless, that's happening, but we are now trying to uncover who convinced the master of this town to create a tower made of this stone. Really, we just need more information.
If I were to suggest something,
Go ahead.
I suggest away.
if you're under the idea that there's magical influence at play, then the other team isn't playing fair. So perhaps we also don't play fair. Perhaps one of you has the ability to mentally manipulate a person. We can create a splinter group, cause tension.
Could you do that? Because I think the only one of us capable of doing that would be, well, magically done, could be Thal.
There's potentially two. Thou, Basil,
Oh,
potentially a third one in town.
And
oh.
he kind of smirks. Quite the allies. I too can mentally manipulate someone, though I'd rather not if the idea is for me to get a position of power. I wouldn't want any roads leading back to me after all. But if you have friends capable of such a thing, perhaps we can create our own manufactured dissonance, so to speak.
The folks are easily manipulated in this ensorcelled state. Maybe a few people convinced of this, though magically convinced, could start to sow doubt. Or perhaps if we got one of the main members of the collective, Akaya seems to have an inner circle. Splitting them off with magics could certainly have an impact too.
Julian kind of has a very wide grin. Now you're thinking like a true politician.
I just don't want people to die. I already accidentally killed one villager tonight. They're so weak and fragile.
And Basil blew up another.
You were all rather quick to want to murder me. So, nonetheless, can it be deathless? Perhaps it'll be very difficult, though you should just be prepared for there to be some level of bloodshed in all of this.
Reducing it as much as we can is all I can hope for.
And if the people are as easily susceptible to suggestion as you say, and we take one of his higher ranking members, force him to have a release of information, perhaps we can do something there.
Do you like the sounds of that? Information. That is key right now. And other information is also key. Why are you working for Enoch?
Why am I working?
Hello?
Hobby. We're working with him. We need more information.
Yeah, but I don't know, maybe pissing off the big guy with questions isn't the right move. But Kabi is now kind of nervously looking around.
All right, then why are you working with Enoch, Kavi?
He he gave me the ruby, said I could turn invisible, and you know Eddie worked for him, so I thought he was a stand-up guy. If Eddie knew him.
I guess there's the kobold who died and you felt bad about his death. Anyways,
Yeah.
side topic.
Well, very well. I simply work for Enoch because, as you can see by the nature of this mission, it puts me in a position of power.
Which I suppose is a profitable thing.
Yes. I also believe myself to be what a town might need.
In what manner you have altruistic goals with such a town?
Of course.
Does he seem honest about that?
You mean insight check? It's hard to say.
Well, whether you're truthful or not, I've definitely scraped coin out of nobles' pockets based on lies, so who am I to judge?
It makes sense Enoch would hire someone like you then.
He has not hired me.
Yeah. I work for Enoch.
Oh. Very well. I assumed that you already had the big conversation, but if not, my apologies for the misunderstanding.
That is fine. But if you are here to help, fine. But do not hurt Amelia. Do not influence her. You might do nothing with her. That might be safest. Are we clear?
Yes, we're crystal clear. If you let me know who to stay away from in this sphere of influence, I am willing to follow those directions. Our goals aligned, it all works out for me nonetheless.
Good. Agreed.
Kind of clasps his hands together. So, looks behind you all. Is this where we be lodging?
Yeah, for the time being. We gotta pack up and move here soon. The collective knows where the nobles are hiding out now.
Collective, interesting. And you kind of see he pulls out a bit of paper and starts writing it down.
So, towers. Are you a wizard?
No.
Can you fight?
Well, I survived that blast from your friend, if that's any indicator of what I can do. No, I'd prefer not to fight.
Righto. Well, I guess let's go figure out some more information from Amelia then.
And just for a brief, you know, sweet and swap. Basil, as you kind of waltz again, are you looking for Penelope or anyone in particular?
No, not really. Probably just going in and informing everybody that they're back and I guess prepared to share their findings, what little there was.
Huh. And Thal, I'll say that you've kind of heard all this commotion with the party being back.
I was actually I don't want to take up too much time with it, but I will attempt to like have a brief conversation with the bug in the jar.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
once Amelia kind of like left the room, I would have like taken out the bug and tried to have a small conversation.
then we'll do a slight scene change. By all means, go ahead.
So yeah, once the door is closed, Amelia's gone. Hears the footsteps recede. He'll take out the jar in his pack. He'll look at it. Can you understand me?
By the highest, he speaks, finally revealing me to the light. Damnable fool, how dare you shroud me for such a long time?
Well, aren't you peppy for one doomed to die?
Doomed to die? Ha ha! We'll see if death can capture me before it captures you.
You have a name.
Do I have a name? What use do I have of such things?
So I just call you Bug.
You could refer to me as your lord, your potential savior, your highest, as he kind of crinkles against the glass.
I'll give you Sir Bug.
Sir Bug. Whatever. You could call me whatever you like.
Tell me, why does Hornball believe your death will give me power?
What the blasted hell is a hornball?
You not know where you came from, the one who traded you to me.
I was but a free lad, traveling through my branches, king of all, before I was plucked out by the red sun.
I see. Unfortunate circumstance for you, then.
What is this contraption you have me placed in? What do you plan to do to my body?
I plan to do nothing with you. I have been instructed that in a few days, perhaps a week's time, your life will end. And from your life ending, I will gain something. That is all.
Ha! Death will not clutch me so quickly, lad.
Well, I'm sure we will see.
I order thee, release me. Return me to my tree, my leaf, my branch.
Tell me, what could you offer me if I was to do such a thing?
If you were to return me to my family, I'll offer you the most supple of nectars.
This nectar of yours does not sway me. I seek power, and I have been granted such for your death. Something equally as powerful would have to be offered in return, and you don't strike me as the powerful sort.
I have an army under my tips.
How mighty the army must be when I could take you out of this jar and squash you in my hands. You cannot even escape this prison you're in.
I was merely caught off guard. Whatever magical works this, and he like kind of dings the glass with his horn. Whatever magical object this is, it won't hold me forever. I know it.
Well then, until you find your way out of it, I look forward to seeing the struggle.
I see. You are the demon incarnate then. Very well. We'll put our strengths to the test.
It shall be most amusing. And then he'll go ahead and stash the jar back in the bag.
You can kind of hear him just yelling, "You fool! This darkness cannot hold me forever! Freedom, I say! I'll have it! I'll have it!"
An amusing bug, if nothing else. But yeah, that's it for that.
And we'll say you can kind of hear the commotion of everyone returning after that.
Okay, yeah. Once he hears that, he'll stash the bug away and then don his pack as he walks on out.
You'll find Penelope also exiting her room, going to where at least Basil is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for the time being, if he sees Penelope, he'll probably follow behind her footsteps.
Yeah, so she'll kind of rise out and she'll see, at the very least, Basil, because I'm assuming the rest of you guys aren't coming inside just yet. Are you going to go straight after Amelia, or are you going to come inside and talk to Penelope and stuff?
So Amelia's in the quarry. Penelope is in a room with Basil. Thal will join her. Kabi and Holo, I guess, are deciding where they might be.
Yes.
I thought Basil followed after Amelia. Because you said Amelia went into the building.
I course corrected for Amelia going to the quarry.
Oh. Okay. I'd say Bobby's still very much interested in discovering the mystery of the rock, so he's gonna follow after Amelia.
I'm desperately trying not to split us up, but I think that is just not going to
Oh.
happen.
Oh, right.
There's
No,
not much she
if
can do without
we
all.
should go into, if we want to go get the rest of the party, I don't mind.
It's your call, Jeff. Do you want us to get back together, or are you cool with us continuing to split?
Honestly, it's up to you guys. I can handle a split. It's up to you guys.
Why did Basil go back into the building?
He was annoyed with you.
I thought he was okay.
Am I correct, Kevin, in that assumption?
I mean, that's part of it, sure. Another part is he realized there's a whole other thing going on with all this. Yeah, he's annoyed. I want to say that.
I think Holo would say to Kabi, make sure Penelope gets everything in. I haven't seen Amelia lately. Has she been unwell?
Wait, what? We just saw
Amelia,
Amelia storm off.
yeah, I haven't seen her. Has she been like this? She just seems a bit more distant.
Oh, right. Yeah, I promised her she could join us on going to the manor. I told you that. Remember? You got upset with me?
Sure. Yeah, I'll go look after her then. I'll let you know if I find anything in the quarry.
I
Holo
think there's
will.
been some confusion. I am following after Amelia.
Okay. Holo says, "All right, let's go find Amelia." And Holo will light a torch and try to follow her.
Very well. Well, we'll start with Basil and Thousands. Penelope comes out, sees you, Basil, and she's just like, "Oh, you guys are back. Where are the rest of you?"
Oh, outside speaking to a prisoner of some sort. I don't know. Something about. It doesn't matter. Here is your bow, madam. I understand you wished to deliver it to your sister. So, yes, here you go.
Kind of like takes the bow off of his shoulder that he and Kabi found in the parlor that I believe was their mother's.
She kind of takes the bow in her hand and looks down on it, kind of rubs her fingers along it. You kind of see like a little tear kind of fall down her cheek as she kind of pulls you in for a very tight and hefty hug. She just says, uh, "Thank you."
My lady, this is rather inappropriate. He kind of like very lightly kind of just pats her on the back, very uncomfortable with this.
She kind of just quickly releases you and she says, "I'm sorry, sorry. It's just it means a lot."
Yes,
Thank
I understand. Emotions are running high. Um, most welcome.
Yeah, Thalrin sitting there with this.
Yes, Darwin, good to see you.
Yes, good to see you as well, Basil. You returned with the bow, so I assume the infiltration went well.
Well, it went. I'd say. We discovered some things, simply raising more questions. A few of these letters that I believe were, at least some of them written by this Bartholomew that you spoke of, my lady. And kind of like present some of the letters. I believe Colby has some of the other findings. Him found some sort of stone, some sort, two of them, in fact. Magical in nature, I believe.
Peek an eye
Magical
on that.
stone.
Yes, yes. Looked dark and very much like charcoal. Again, Colby has the samples, I believe, that we found. Strange locations. One was hidden behind the where you were the mount for the bow on the wall, and the other was beneath a floorboard in your father's, I assume, your father's chambers.
Interesting. And you said they had magical capabilities.
Yes, yes. Naturally, Colby experimented with them and caused another explosion, causing me great pain. Was
His
that?
wound.
Yes.
Interesting. Then it holds a similar effect to the water.
Possibly, yes. There seemed to be evidence of such things.
Very intriguing. And you said you brought back a prisoner, one from the town.
No, no, this is some person that was following us as we were fleeing. I hit him with a bit of magic, and but I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Something about Colby taking him prisoner, but he's not a prisoner, and I don't know. Colby was expecting him, I think. I don't care. Whatever.
Ah, so he didn't get around to telling you.
And really,
Apparently,
please, I don't want to know. I truly don't. Keep it to himself. Share it with all of you. Shout it from the mountaintops. I will have none of it.
very well. Well then, let us see where these others have gotten off to. I can analyze this stone before the night is done, and perhaps we can learn a bit more.
Yes, yes, that is a good idea. I'm gonna sit over here for a moment, just catch my breath. It was let's say there are two more dead villages at least. Probably gonna have to deal with that at some point.
Probably kind of puts her hand to her mouth, says, "My God, are you all right? There was combat."
Sort of, a bit. It was not intentional, but yes, we are more or less okay.
What were you all seeing?
Unfortunately, yes, I'm fairly certain we were spotted by at least one individual, if not a few others.
Hmm. We should have someone on watch around the quarry then. If they retain the information of where we're located, chances are they may track this incursion back here.
Penelope kind of puts the bow to her back, steering front, wood back, just stands up. I'll gather what few guards we have left and do a preliminary patrol.
Very well.
Do apologize for causing more trouble here. We were attempting to help.
Well, if what you find leads to anything of use to us, then at least we're making progress. We all knew there would be some broken eggs when cooking.
Yes, well put. I'm gonna stay a moment.
Just kind of like leans
Just-
against the wall and slides to the floor.
Oh, are you super injured? I should
Not like super injured, no, but he's, that fall didn't do him any good.
Oh, my apologies. You need tending.
Do not fret over me, madam. Nothing a bit of rest and recuperating. Take care of.
How did you get so injured?
I might have fallen from the wall. And the explosion, of course. But,
Explosion.
well, yes, when Colby was experimenting with the stone, it caused another explosion. Very similar to what happened earlier.
I see.
Yes, I don't think I'm going to be going on any more of these excursions with Colby.
I see that rather explosive.
Yes, well, anyway, they should be coming in any moment now. They were right behind me.
Just kind of looks towards the doorway. I don't see anyone out there.
Oh. Well, I'm sure we should be concerned, but...
He just kind of like lets it trail off.
If you wish to go and rally your guards, Penelope, I will go and search for the others.
Very well. I'll go get some guards.
Yeah, Aaron will hang around until Penelope leaves.
And she exits, no problem. She kind of makes her way out, looking for what little patrol she has left.
And standing there, he'll just stroke his beard, just stand in place, almost as if he's contemplating something. Then he'll turn to Basil. Are you upset that Kabi did not divulge information to you, or do you truly not care?
No, I am truly neutral at this information. He's going to do what Colby's going to do.
You know, Basil, out of all of us, I thought I would be the most outcast of this little group. But it seems you have become that in my stead.
I might have noticed. Yes. Though I was under the assumption that there would be any outcasts among us.
Indeed. I have recently had talks regarding choices that people should have. I tell you this honestly. I don't fully trust you. Although I don't know if that's necessarily due to you as a person, more so your ideals. You follow nobles who could wish you nothing but ill, and you do so, it seems, with honor, pleasure to this lord of yours. I admittedly find it distasteful, but
Might
you
I
have
ask,
skill.
why do you find my loyalty distasteful, considering you know nothing about my lord or anyone of his family, aside from Uhtred recently and what I have told you?
This is true. My opinion may very well be biased. I have been. Things have been taken from me by people of noble birth who claim that they are higher than. We have seen firsthand the corruption that can exist within these nobles. Anyone who deems themselves higher as always has the chance of looking down on others. And a servant, in most situations, a servant is treated as nothing more than dirt, but they feel as though they are grateful to be the dirt underneath their master's feet. I am not one for submission.
I can understand that. Though, I would also like to point out that our current predicament in this town of Woodhurst is exactly the result of not having leadership, nobility, or any sort of true governance. This is chaos. This is anarchy. This is zealotism.
True.
I do not believe this is preferable to noble leadings, we'll say.
Yes, but it appears, if talks are to be believed, that the nobles, in no short amount of terms, had it coming. If these people were truly taxed beyond belief, if this tower was truly sabotaged before it was even created, would that be the fault of the nobles or the fault of the commoners?
It would be the fault of the saboteurs.
We may never truly see eye to eye, Basil, but I have learned that on my journey, power comes in many forms. If you wish it, any secrets I currently possess, I will tell you. You may not like some of them, but I will tell you nonetheless. I will trust you as far as I watch your back and you watch mine. In terms of nobles, well, I'll let your actions speak for mine. What say you to this deal?
I answer, I ask a question of my own. Would any of these secrets, could they be potentially used to harm me or cause me to fail in my mission?
Any secret I possess would not hinder you in any such way.
Well, as long as I get back to Master Aethelwolf, keep your secrets, Thaurin. They come to bite us in the ass later. So be it.
He'll give him a look. Hornball has been in contact. Nothing of troubling nature, but he is looking for openings. I have no intention of giving him my soul or making rash deals, but he is a potential source should the need arise. Besides the Archibald situation, I believe that is all that is being held. Do with the information as you will. As I said, as long as while we are in this group, you watch my back, I watch yours, and it need be no more.
You see Basil struggle for a brief moment, and then compose himself.
Well, if you are confident that you can keep him at bay, again, it's your decision. I obviously happy with it, but what can I do?
You have my word that my actions will not hinder your goals. You seek your search for Aethelwolf, it will not be hindered. And should my own needs go against your own, well, I imagine that is the day that I leave this group of ours. But you have my trust, and you have my secrets. That is all I wish to give. I will go find the others. Then he'll begin walking towards the door.
I do appreciate your candor. Thank you.
He'll stop before he heads out and give him a nod.
Yay, progress. Incredible. See change? Kabi and Holo, you guys do find Amelia with a torch lit standing outside the entrance of the quarry site, the dig site.
Glad we caught up. You ready for a little cave excursion? Do you know anything about these caves, Amelia?
Well, they're not much caves as they are just dig tunnels. There usually isn't too many of them, I don't think. Sorry. I was more interested in my mother's work than my father's, she says with a chuckle.
Well, that is okay. Lead the way. You're more expert than us. Um, I guess I never asked you much about your mother. Tell me about her.
Well, if you could believe it, as rare as they are, she was an elf. Wood elf to be specific. Quite the expert hunter.
Ah, yes, my tribe did occasionally see a wood elf in our neck of the woods, and yes, always skilled. Ways of the woods, as you might imagine. Do you feel like you have some of that in you, inclination towards nature?
Neither does say. Well, I have a respect for it at the very least. I don't know if it goes as far as hers does. Um, kind of decided to pave my own path.
As does happen. For me, I diverted from my father's path and followed my mother's path, so it does vary a bit. What was your mother's name?
Petal?
Oh, a lovely name for an elf.
Yes, I know it's rather simplistic, but you know how wood elves are.
If you die.
She kind of doesn't respond to you.
No, brother. Polo, ask her how she died and when she died.
No.
Oh, come on.
Oh, well, I think I might be spoiling the surprise a little bit, but Hobby here, despite his uncouth manners, he did find your mother's bow in the manor. Imagine Penelope might have it right now.
She does pause for a moment at that, kind of turn around and look down at you, Kabi. Then look back at you, Holo, and then turns back around, continuing the path through the tunnels. Well, thank you for that.
Does that not make you happy?
It does.
When you left Woodhurst, how did your father react?
She kind of keeps her back turned to you and just says, I believe I shared the story before. He wasn't happy at me leaving.
Yeah, but when you first shared it, we didn't know each other as well, so perhaps more details can be given this time around.
Well, I don't see how it matters, but
It matters.
he was concerned for my safety and over prepared me. As you can see, well, if you recall when we first met, I had quite a large bag on my back filled with various nonsense that ended up being useless in the grand scheme of things.
Did your father ever see anybody else after your mother died?
She does kind of turn around to that and just looks down at you a bit, a little more agitated. No. Why?
Just curious, you know, trying to understand how his mind would work that would cause him to, you know, push for a construction project that wasn't fully understood that led to the deaths of people.
She kind of crosses her arms, looks a little shocked, and then just looks to you, Olo, for confirmation.
Well, these are the notes that we found in the manor. I wanted to maybe sit down when we weren't in the middle of a tunnel to talk with you, but Kabi, show her.
Oof.
And I think Holo would basically explain everything that she can about the notes. The notes include charcoal black mineral, it involves pedal. Form. Yeah, basically all that we found in the matter. Holo is just gonna, as objectively poker face as she can, just lay it out without really trying to convince her of anything. And yeah, that's what we found. And while Kabi was a bit too direct, I would say, with his line of questioning, yeah, that's kind of where it's coming from.
Look, I'm sorry, last to be so direct, but we're wasting time here dancing around these questions. There is something going on here, and we all need to pull up our big boy pants and just deal with it.
Kind of hands you back the notes file and says, so the conclusion is rather simple. It's one of two things. Either Caius has planted this stone, warping my father's mind so he could construct the project, or it was planted, and these are fake notes written to frame my father in case people went looking.
Those are two possibilities, yes, and perhaps with yours and Penelope's help. And I have been known to make fake notes myself. We could perhaps confirm or deny that as far as the authenticity of who signed these things.
Well, the only way to fully confirm that is if Penelope has intimate details about your father's business, or we find this Bartholomew fella.
And I think that is the most important thing, is it all lines back to Bartholomew. That is the loose thread here that we must pull to, yeah, hopefully find out about these stones and connect it all back to Caius and ideally turn the townsfolk against him.
You didn't visit Bartholomew's place while you guys were out?
No.
We more or less had to make a speedy exit, blasting a couple, poor folk isn't good for sticking around a crime scene.
No, I suppose not. And Holo will show her hand, and the hand still has the blood stain from the villager she killed. But we might have plans to go back. We haven't discussed our next step. So I'm sorry to bring all this on you in these tunnels, Amelia.
It's okay. Doesn't seem we have the luxury of deciding when information is shared amongst all of us.
I suppose not.
Speaking of tunnels, now that Basil isn't here, and he's gonna pull out the stone he kept. Anybody got some water? I have a theory.
Pray tell, what is this theory?
Well, you know, hitting this rock caused one of those explosions, and that knocked Basil on his ass. And the voice spoke to me again, similar to how drinking the water did. If we think the stone is magical and it collapsed the tower, perhaps water softens it. That could be a good start.
Amelia kind of just rolls her eye, continues going forward.
Well,
What?
if you want to
It
test
does
it,
seem like a
go ahead.
it does seem like a theory we might as well try. Scratch that off. That water doesn't trigger it and whatnot.
Yeah, we could put water on it and I could try licking it.
See, now you're just mocking me.
I
Well,
thought we
let's-
came here to investigate the dig site for any more of this mineral.
Yes, let's stay on task, Cobby, but maybe afterwards.
Just stay on the test. Maybe afterwards, I can just pour water on it while we walk. And I am just gonna pull out my water skin. I am gonna pour water on top of the rock.
Polo runs, and she runs with Amelia.
With on which rock, by the way?
So we found two rocks in the manor, both the
Mhm.
same. We gave the bigger one to Amelia. I kept the smaller one. So I guess the smaller one was the one we found in the parlor, not the study.
You pour water on it, and nothing happens.
Huh. Well, I guess that solves that mystery. Wait, Amelia, let me pour water on the one you have. And I will start chasing after them with my water skin held up in the air. And then I'll stop. And I'm going to pull out and I'm just going to kind of stop running and just let them go on ahead. And I'm just going to pull out my ruby and just very slowly and gently touch the ruby to the rock.
You do feel a pulse.
I'm going to pull them away quickly and then push them together again.
And for the record, I have not stopped sprinting with Amelia throughout this whole thing. I just want to make that clear.
But yes, I am now going to hold the ruby to the rock.
How are you holding it? Like softly? Or are you slashing them together? How are you doing it?
Just more like I imagine the rock has like a bottom flat end, and I'm just gonna hold that in my like left hand, take the ruby, and just kind of like press them together. I'm not applying much force, but just enough to, you know, touch two objects.
You do feel a pulse that is having like a slow increase the longer you hold it together. Holo, with your passive perception, you can even hear the pulsing from Kabi's direction, though it's quite minor at the moment.
Where do I feel the pulse? Is it like it feels like it's emanating from it, or is like my head getting tight?
Right now, it's coming from the ruby, seemingly.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna keep holding them together until like I physically start feeling pain.
Okay. As you're holding the ruby to the rock, the pulse hastens, growing more intense, which each, wave, you could actually start to see the ground beneath you shake a bit.
Ooh.
And give me a perception check. You can hear something, but you can't make out what it is. It sounds very, very, very distant. You also feel a small rock fall on top of you. It's a little pebble.
All right. I'm going to pull the ruby away from the rock and just kind of stand there wide-eyed and kind of gritting.
As you look to the rock in the ruby, you can see that they are now forged together and that some of the ruby has spread over the rock.
Okay. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to sprint out of the tunnels, holding the ruby and rock still.
Okay. Oh, how do I want to do this? So yeah, we'll say you can sprint out of the tunnels rather quickly. the pulse is starting to emanate more rapidly. Although you can kind of hear the pulse is leaving your direction as if it's like running away, so to speak. Give me a dex save. Let's see how quickly you can make it to the entrance of the quarry.
Was that to me?
Yeah, man. Dex check.
Okay.
All right.
And you want a dex save?
Check. Dexterity check.
Okay. Oof.
Ah, so as you're kind of running, and you do see the entrance of the tunnel, but you do see that the waves have started shaking the ground beneath you, and the rocks above you begin to collapse. Give me a dex save. You are able to jump just past where the first set of rocks crumbles. Doesn't fully cover the entryway, but it's like half fills it up, and then you're able to make it outside.
What are the rock and what's the rocks doing?
They're still pulsing quite rapidly, but you can see the ruby has basically taken over half of the rock.
And is it causing me any pain holding it?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna just keep holding it and kind of just frantically look around. And do I hear? Is the voice getting louder? Is it getting clearer the longer, the rocks are fused together?
Yes, but you still can't make out what it's saying. Or,
Um,
yeah, no, you can't make out what it's saying.
okay. I assume the whole quarry is kind of shaking with the pulses.
Yeah, the whole area is actually starting to shake at this point.
Okay.
Uh, Basil and Thal, give me a perception check. Yeah, never mind.
Ooh.
Holo, give me a perception check. You can feel the earth starting to shake beneath you as it intensifies some more.
Holo's going to interpret this as Kabi blew something up. We need to get away from that epicenter, which is unfortunately going to take us deeper into the mines.
Whew. All right. As the tremors continue, you can see, Copy, that the ruby has started to fully engulf the rock and goes quiet until one big pulse kind of erupts around you, kind of knocks down the trees, and like, let's say in a 60-foot radius around you, blows past. You know, the whole quarry area rumbles. Hold on, give me a deck save. Oof.
Oh no.
Holo, you're able to jump out of the way of a bunch of falling rocks, but Amelia is caught in the landslide. Not landslide, the cave in, as rocks pummel down and fall over her. Her sword kind of flings out of her scabbard, and she is trapped underneath them.
Amelia, Amelia, Hold on, we'll get you out of there. Does Amelia look hurt?
She is quite injured, yes. You can actually kind of hear her wincing in pain and going. "Mm." She is able to shift some rocks off of her, but she is struggling.
Okay, Amelia, look at me. Deep breaths. You're okay. But I do need to pull you out of there. Ready? Polo gets her hands in Amelia's and she's gonna try to rip her out of there.
Give me an athletics check. We'll say at advantage because Amelia is also trying to push rocks off of her and pull herself out.
1, 2.
I
Classic.
think it's an advantage.
Oh, good call. Good thing.
She isn't able to budge, so she's taking more damage. But as time goes on, she is able to shift enough of the rocks off of her to get them off. But you can see that her leg is broken and that she is quite mortal.
Okay, Amelia. Does she have a belt on?
Yes. And you do see she's kind of panting in pain. She says, "It hurts."
Right. Need to set it before I heal you so it doesn't heal incorrectly. And she folds the belt over a couple times and she gives it back to Amelia. Bite down.
She does
It'll
bite
be
down
over
on the belt.
soon. Okay. On 3. 1. And she sets the leg.
You can kind of see she clenches down hard on the belt. She gives off a very strong, like pained, muffled scream through it.
And like immediately after that, she does cast a healing word. Or this much.
Which does take her out of mortal and put her into bloodied.
All right, it's done. It's done. I'm. And Polo just hugs her.
You can see she's just like sweating profusely. You healed the wound, but the pain is still kind of reverberating through her. She doesn't really know how to respond.
So deep breaths. You are still experiencing shock. I'm not really well trained on this, but it's what my mother would have said. So just mirror my breathing in and out. And we'll spend like 5 minutes doing that.
She kind of calms down after a while through your help through your breathing accents, and then looks at the cave and, what are we gonna do?
Well, we might need to go in deep in case there's any aftershocks from whatever. Well, it's Kabi. We know that that's it, but we're still figuring out exactly what those damn stones are. Let's get in and I guess we wait. I do not have much magic left and I can no longer shapeshift. But if we can survive for the next 8 hours, I could probably get us out tomorrow.
8 hours. We have stuff we need to do. We need to get out soon.
Yes, I know. But well, maybe we rest up here and then maybe there's another tunnel out. Maybe if we go in deeper, we can find another way out of this mess. But not in our shape.
You don't have night vision, dark vision, right?
I don't, but I do have a torch, so we'll say for for convenience, she would have lit a torch. I only have 2 left now.
We'll go deeper.
Okay, did you want to rest a little bit or go as is?
We can't waste time. Either they dig us out or we find a way out. As she kind of hobbles her way through.
Oh, slow down. Okay, we'll go together. And you can give a prayer to Quaddle. Maybe he can help guide us through here.
Maybe. Maybe.
What do you mean maybe?
I don't know how the god of justice and order is gonna help us out of a cave in here.
Well, in order to help with future justice, he would need you to be alive.
Right. I suppose so.
Well, aren't you able to heal things? Come on, just heal yourself. Help out with that leg. You can, right?
She does kneel down and puts her hands to her legs. You can see a bright yellow light kind of flicker from her fingertips, but it quickly dissipates.
Oh, you must be exhausted still, I know. Healing does exact a price.
Exhausted or abandoned.
Have you prayed to him? I don't know how that kind of stuff works, but Amelia, what's happened to you?
I guess my version of justice isn't worthy.
I'm sorry this is happening to you, Amelia. But I guess where gods fall short, mortals must carry on, yes? And Holo says this, but she has clear concern just about what's happening to Amelia, specifically, yeah, this more spiritual aspect.
She nods. Yes. Tends to be how it be sometimes. But it's okay. We'll pull through. We have to.
Yes, we have unfinished work. But let's just not worry about the future. Let's just focus on the now, step at a time. We'll just carry on in the cave, hoping for a branching path or any way out of it.
As you carry on, unfortunately, the path does not branch. You do, however, find yourself at the end of the tunnel where you'll see sprinkles of the black stone about. Not large chunks. It looks like very tiny specks of it at the end of the cave's wall.
Does it seem like more pulverized, or are there like pebbles of it perhaps still left?
Yeah, like tiny pebbles you can find on the ground, and there's bits and chunks of it embedded into the walls. Not, sizable. Probably like the size of a penny.
Right, okay. Well, we did not find an exit, but we found what we were looking for. Why don't you take a seat here? I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna see if I don't know if there's any past orders for number of rocks gained or any notes as far as instructions. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I'll just sit tight for a moment. I'll look around.
Okay. She kind of pulls out the larger chunk that Kabi handed to her and mulls it over.
Just don't drop that on anything.
All right.
We'll get down on hands and knees, put her hands out on the rock, just seeing if anything's been buried or if there's like an abandoned mine cart or Dessa might have, you know, past paperwork on it or tunnel maps, that sort of thing.
Give me an investigation check. As you kind of wander around, you didn't notice it at first, but near to you all, there is a corpse. Definitely old, but not fully decomposed yet. As a matter of fact, now that you've noticed it, the smell of it is starting to really sink in.
Can I estimate how long it's been here for?
You can give me a medicine check if you want to. No.
I
You
don't know how
know
this
that
long it's been here, but fresh enough to not be too long.
yeah, it kind of hunches over and looks down at it and says, well, we found Bartholomew.
I thought he, this is he's here. Well, one of the notes did say that he wanted to find more and here, but he died at some point during the rebellion, then. If it still sells this decomposed. Oh, maybe we can find a cause of death here. Was surely someone came here and killed him and buried him. Maybe? He'll look over him, you know, not really shy around a corpse, just, flipping over, taking clothes off, just trying to figure out what killed him exactly.
As you do kind of flip him to the other side, a knife does fall from his back. You could see the wound is still there. It seems he was stabbed in the spine.
Right? Certainly foul play. But what's the dagger look like?
It's just a very generic dagger. Very plain, not too fancy. Seems something like a commoner would be holding.
So he was murdered here. I don't see any drag marks, so he was brought here, killed, and someone hoped that no one would discover him this far down. But this is in the middle of the quarry. How long have the nobles been here for?
Yeah, that kind of shrugs. I don't know. Their disgusted looks at me haven't really been insightful.
See, I think the timing of this might be important because if he was killed here while you guys were here, we won't get ahead of ourselves, but whoever killed Bartholomew might have the answers we seek. And yeah, Hola will check over the body, making sure she's not missing anything out of the pockets. But she is gonna at least take the dagger with her, and anything else she can grab off of the corpse.
You okay? Do you? I'll be nice here. You can give me another investigation check.
Wow.
Yeah, mulling over it, you don't know what it is. It could be the sense of the body, the limited oxygen in the cave, the poor lighting, but you just, you're searching through and, maybe your head is panging a bit from that near-death experience. You just can't really seem to grasp anything, You do find some stuff. You find maybe like 3 copper, but not much.
Yeah, Holo resigns to herself that she can't find much evidence, but she knows that Bartholomew was murdered, and the motivations to murder him in this place where the nobles are staring, highly sus, but she doesn't hypothesize any of that with Amelia. She keeps her own counsel.
So, what we have is another clue that we don't have answers to. But how are we going to get out of this cave?
I think we must rely on others to do that for us. Assuming Kabi survived.
Give me an insight check. She does pause for a moment and look very. She's deep in thought for just a brief moment when you say rely on others.
They'll in time. But like I said, if we have to sleep here for the night, I can get us out tomorrow. So let us press those worries from our minds for now. It will be okay.
Right. We will do a scene change back to Kabi in a bit. But
It's
did
been
you
about
guys
2 hours into session. Did we want to take a break?
That is exactly what I was about to say. Let's take
Perfect.
like 15 minutes.
Woohoo.
Kabi!
That'd
Yo,
be genius.
safe to assume after that big explosion that knocked down a bunch of trees around you that there is potentially another cave in there. What are you doing?
Um, I want to. Okay, first off, has the pulsing stopped?
Yes.
So that
After
means that. I'm
now
sorry.
that now that it's one big chunk of ruby, the pulsing has.
So it. So the ruby has fully subsumed the rock, and it has grown to the size of the rock. So it's much larger now.
Yes.
Okay. So the pulsing stopped. I no longer feel the presence. Um, how far away am I from the house that I would know Thal, Basil, and Penelope are in?
You know what? And that's a good question. I would like another perception check from Basil and Thauron for the big pulse.
Well, Thalrin was walking outside, so I don't know if you want me to. Do I do this at advantage because I would have been on the ground feeling it, or
No, no, no. Give me a straight roll, man. Maybe you're not paying attention.
not fair deal?
Maybe your mind's elsewhere. Yeah, I'll say 10 is enough. Yeah, you guys both do feel that one big wave and hear the trees kind of rise up, fly along. Quite the commotion. You can actually even see Basil since here and there. Penelope kind of flies out of the room and just goes, "What's going on?" You know, the trusts are all huddled together as if like some kind of environmental, some kind of earthquake is occurring.
Yeah, already being outside and feeling this little quake or pulse, Thalrin will head towards the epicenter, basically as quick as he can.
What about you, Basil? Are you just like, oh, it's whatever? You know, are you like comforting Penelope and crew?
No, no, he lets out a deep sigh, kind of half rolls his eyes, and goes running outside to see what terrible thing is occurring now.
So, because I can do this, you and Thauron, you actually catch up to Thauron rather easily. You know, he's just a dwarf. He's got short, stubby legs, so you're able to catch up pretty easily. And you guys just sit there and see stupid Kabi holding a very big ruby.
Hey, I resent that.
Basil will like skid to a halt, seeing the ruby, and just looked at Thalrin.
You can handle this one.
Kabi, what did you do?
I think I made a mistake. Um, I wanted to I wanted to test something, and it worked. But Holo and Amelia are there, and he's gonna point at the collapsed tunnel. So, but look, the ruby's much bigger. It ate the rock.
You'll see him just grumble and put his face to his hand. Put the rock away. Discuss it later. You should not have conducted any type of experiment with the thing we know that it emits this energy. You don't even know if they're alive. And
Right, you're right. That's my bad. I just, Basil wasn't around, and he gets all weird when the rock is out. So, okay, I'm gonna tuck it back into my pack. Um,
Basil's
but
already
yeah,
run
we
for the
should.
cave entrance. As soon as Kabi pointed out, just stopped listening to anything Kabi was saying and just went straight to start pulling rocks off if he could.
Oh,
yeah,
well, Basil's already at it. Penelope, well, we could use some of your guards.
Thalrin will go up to the rocks. I will attempt to use a adjust density, basically
Ooh,
movement of the making some of the rock lighter so they pushed out, trying to shore up certain areas so they stand sturdy when the rock moved.
Does that have a spell cost? Or is that
No, it's just an innate ability.
very well? Penelope will come out to y'all. she'll see the cave in and get to digging with the rest of you. Uh, Basil, you're digging, right?
Yep.
You can give me a strength check. Let's do an athletics check at advantage.
Ooh,
Be a 17, because that's the number that feels right.
I mean, that's not happening. Oh,
It's
or it
happening.
is.
He's determined.
About an hour has passed, and you guys are able to clear the first set of debris. Um,
We
doing
have
a
an
quick.
opening into the tunnel.
Yes, you can now go into the tunnel.
Can I? I don't know how this works. I'm gonna put this spell into here. So if this is a tunnel, since it's like just a straight, if it's like a straight shot, would I be able to cast this and attempt to speak to Holo?
You have to be able to point towards her.
I was just like pointing in a direction, no?
You point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message.
Okay, so she's probably like 120 feet. She probably more than 120 feet. Okay, fair enough.
And you can't cast it through solid objects. Oh, you can cast it through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it's beyond the barrier.
1 foot of stone. 1 inch.
I'm sure there's
Yeah,
more than a foot of stone because I'm assuming these, tunnels aren't like straight. They're probably, weaving a bit.
Yeah, so I'd say you wouldn't be able to do it from the entrance of the tunnel.
okay. But yeah, I mean, if there's a small hole small enough for him to crawl, he'll crawl through it. And periodically, since this is a cantrip, he'll, he'll point ahead of him and attempt to see if he can, reach out to.
So you guys clear the first set of debris and you find yourselves in front of the second set of debris. Garen, as you cast message through the second set of debris, you feel like it should have gone through, but it doesn't. And you get this weird feeling on the back of your neck.
Be careful. There's something in this tunnel that seems to be almost blocking my spell.
Quick scene change. Amelia looks to you, Holo, and says, "It's been an hour."
Yeah, we've been waiting, but I'm sure at this point they must be digging their way in. 'Cause they would
If they
not leave
are,
us. If they aren't, then we wait.
are you
And
so sure they wouldn't leave us? Kabi left me behind.
Polo does take a beat and she does thoughtfully consider a response. Why would Bobby leave you?
Oh, perhaps I'm too weak, or I was useless in the moment.
No. Well, Copy will think what he thinks. My hypothesis is we want to help you. And I think we try to help someone, we try to let them take a break, relax, and let us step in, but I'm aware that's been a source of frustration for you. I know you do want to help.
I just I just feel I've been relying you all too much. I know my requests have been rather unfair.
Can I give you pigtails?
What?
Come here. Come. Polo does smile and puts basically taps her hand in front of her. Kneel here. I think your hair would look cute with pigtails.
um. Oh, okay.
So does start to braid them.
What would
I
be a roll for some pigtails?
sleight of hand.
I agree. Give me a sleight of hand check, and then go on. Say what you were saying. Sorry to interrupt. Whew. Nice.
You have asked us of things, but consider a fight with Archibald. It's a terrible fight. A couple of us nearly died. Two people did die. You saved us. We would not have survived that without you. You and the power that you wielded. And now, we're in a position to help you. So, you help us, we help you. Though, friendship does not even need to be so contractual like that. We simply help because we want to. So I guess if I was to reply to you, I understand your frustration, but we chose this. And I would have chosen it whether or not you asked me. You're stuck with me no matter what you think.
But what if, with my power gone? And she looks down to her hands. What about with that? I don't know if I'll be of use to you all.
I can tell by the way you wield your sword. You practice. You are in shape. You can fight and you have your intelligence. And power can come and go. Who knows? Perhaps your justice might align with Coatl in the future.
Give me a straight charisma check, and I won't tell you for what. Quick scene change. Fowler, Kabi, Basil, you get, and Penelope, even though she's not a person. You guys find your face with another set of debris.
Pretty much same. Well, at least for Thalrin, pretty much same thing. He'll use a combination of it. He'll make some of the areas tougher. He'll lighten some of the other rocks to move them out, just to help folks basically get past.
Yeah, Basil goes right back to digging.
You find as you try to cast your magnified gravity, it is not working here. Basil, give me a straight strength check. Probably kind of worn out from the first set of rocks that you had to lift and Thauron's magic not kicking in. You struggle heavily to put apart the rocks. I say you only got a third the way through after an hour.
So if adjust density isn't working, can I attempt some telekinesis? Again, it'll just being able to move and shift some of the rocks in a particular way.
You can try.
Again, it's an innate thing. So no real like roll or anything except for, if I was aiming at a creature or something. So I guess he'll attempt that and you can let me know.
You see the hand kind of form as it reaches for the rock, and it picks one up, but then quickly dissipates.
Something in these rocks dampening my abilities.
These rocks, do they look like the black rocks?
Give me a perception check. Anyone who wants to care to look.
I would do one, but I don't think Kabi has told. Well, I guess Basil mentioned the Black Rocks, right?
Yeah, but I don't think Dow's seen them, and I
Yeah,
no longer have an example.
yeah. I'll abstain from that. 'Cause I wouldn't know what I was looking for.
Basil can do a perception check.
Oh, okay. Figured Kabi had it covered, but
I just like to fuck we all. Yeah, when you stare at the stones, they're very mundane rocks.
Oh, they're just regular rock. Thank you. But his magic is no longer working,
Yes.
but it worked at the beginning of the tunnel when I was standing near him, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it's safe to say that it probably wasn't the ruby. Yet, well, we don't know that Holo's magic worked inside.
Another scene check. Are we gonna die in here, Holo?
No,
How can you be so sure?
because I am Holo the Wise Wolf. I'm not meant to die here. I have too many other things to accomplish. For one thing, I still need a tortoiseshell comb.
I need to kill Caius.
Yes, I'm sure you have many a thing to do. Well, what after that? What will you do after you kill Caius?
I'll continue my adventure as planned.
Why would you adventure?
To the Soul Sea, with all of you. No?
That is where we're destined to go. What of this town? What of Penelope?
With Caius dead, I'm confident my sister can bring it back to its former glory.
Would that mean you're running? Running from responsibility?
You think I should stay in Woodhurst?
Oh, I don't know. And I'm not one to judge. I certainly ran from responsibility long ago. Just think about it. Some decisions will only leave you with regrets.
Give me a charisma check at disadvantage. Mm. Scene change. Fellows at the rocks. You have about 2/3 of the rocks still there.
I guess we'll
Um,
keep.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just say keep digging. If magic isn't working, we kind of can just use our hands, can't we?
You can do
Yeah, I
whatever
mean,
you want.
Basil's
Without-
going to get impatient and say,
Damn, this is not going fast enough. Stand back, everyone, stand back.
and as everyone kind of
No.
hopefully stands back, I'm going to hold out his hand and hopefully just Eldritch Blast some of the stones and see if he can kind of just create some kind of cavity or some way to get through.
As you attempt to cast Eldritch Blast, nothing happens.
Yeah. Kind of looks down at his hand, holds it out again, tries to do it.
Apparently, it's not just you, Theron.
if I attempt, so now let me know if this is not a thing. So because this is an innate ability, if I attempt to activate it within myself, like if I adjust my own internal density to where like I'm a bit stronger but slower, does that work?
Is that what you're going to do?
Yes.
It does seem to work. You do feel stronger but slower.
It would appear that outward forms of magic make things more difficult. There's some type of force that's dampening or blocking them. But if you can turn your magic inwards to yourself, it appears to be, well, it appears to be working. And at that, he'll start going and moving the rocks. He basically does strength checks at advantage.
Give me an athletics check as a straight roll.
Jesus Christ. Okay, fair enough.
Anyone else want to move rocks?
I'm gonna help move rocks. Just a straight
Yours is at disadvantage.
athletics.
Yep.
Why am I at disadvantage?
Don't ask me why. Just do it.
Do it.
Basil, are
No,
you?
I want an explanation.
Yeah, I guess Basil will assist as well, seeing his magic is not working.
At disadvantage.
Okay,
course.
there we go.
You guys feel, Valorant, you don't really notice it at first, but Kabi and Basil, as you try to lift the stones from where they're lodged, you can feel that they're heavier than they should be. Their size doesn't justify their weight.
Try pull out the ruby, guys.
Out of character? Fuck
Yeah.
no. Like,
Okay.
I mean, do whatever Kami would do.
Another scene change. It does take you guys another hour to get past another third of the rocks.
Okay. Well, I mean, once we see like an opening, again, cast in message just to see if he can reach her sparseness.
You do feel that the message is not going through.
Fair enough.
Amelia looks to you, Hollow. What if I could get us out of here?
What do you have in mind?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, we have your strength, but you're still wounded. I guess assuming that the others are digging us out, I suppose we could help on our end.
Give me a perception check.
Unless you'd like to try to pray again.
You do see her kneel down, and she's speaking, but all you hear is, "Can you help us?"
I'll kneel down in front of her, waiting.
What if they don't answer?
Oh, then you can believe in your new god. Me.
She chuckles at that. Give me a straight charisma roll.
I did have maybe like a different conversation tree I'd like to try out too.
If you want, you can do that first.
Okay. Hola will continue working on her other pigtail. All right, we need to finish this up before we do anything. You must look good when they rescue us. You mentioned you wanted to kill Caius. You've thought about him a lot, yes?
Every second of every day.
How much have you thought about your father?
She kind
Yes.
of sits there in silence at that comment.
Amelia, you're still running. You keep saying that you want to do things, help us, stop people, etc., but that's like running in its own way. Do you see what I'm getting at? You are running from your grief, which I cannot fault you. What you saw, no one should have to see. But until you grieve, your path will be chaotic. As someone who's run and regretted it ever since, you might regret it too if you forget about him. And Tola will finish up the pigtail and just give her a hug from behind. There's no one here. You don't need to be tough around anyone. You don't need to be tough around me.
You can hear teardrops kind of fall to the dirt. She's like, "You're right. You're right." Give me another charisma check. Straight roll. Ooh. Scene change. You guys have 1/3 of the rocks left. What do you do?
Business as usual for Thyron. He's still enhancing his own strength with adjust density. He does have, making sure I got this correct. I believe he does have one casting enlarge that he can do. Yeah, I can cast enlarge and reduce to myself without requiring material components. So if that will help, he will, enlarge just to, again, move rocks out of the way.
I'll be okay. So you're saying that Sal and Basil can't use magic.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and from what Valorant said,
And when
outward forms of magic don't seem like if they affect you and they're internal, they seem to be working.
okay. And when I pushed the ruby against the rock, I heard like distant whispering.
Yes.
Okay. Um, while they work, I'm just gonna take a step back and I'm not gonna pull it out, but I am gonna just touch the rock and try to see if I can hear anything again.
Ooh. This is a fun one. Give me a wisdom save.
A wisdom save. Okay.
Hmm. Roll 3d6.
Damn. Ooh.
What the fuck? Anyways, you take that much psychic damage, and then you hear in the back of your mind, the evil is here. The evil is here. The evil is here.
Is it many voices or just one?
The same voice that you've heard the previous times.
Okay. Did hear it any clearer? It's the sound, it's the voice of a young woman, correct?
Yes.
Okay. The evil is here. Um, does it sound like it's coming from the rock, my head, or in front of me?
The evil is here is emanating into your head.
It's okay, so it's coming from like I wouldn't be able to pinpoint where it's coming from.
Yeah, there's no location. It's just like it's as if someone is it scrying the word I'm looking for? It's like someone scrying into your head.
Okay. What if I continue to hold the rock and try to concentrate on the voice?
You're gonna pull it out.
No, I'm not going to pull it out. I'm going to kind of just tighten my grip on it inside my like bag.
Hmm. Let me flip a coin real quick.
Okay.
Hmm. Give me a wisdom save at disadvantage.
Okay. Oh, that sucks. That sucks.
Roll me 46.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
That's more like it.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
Well, you take that much psychic damage. Hopefully you're still standing.
I am.
And you're trying to concentrate on it, you said?
Yeah, I want to concentrate on the voice.
Red fire inhibits us. Inhibit us, it does. It stands in our way.
Okay, I'm gonna let the rock go in my pack, and I'm just gonna like sit backwards on the ground and just kind of like plop down and just breathe heavily. It said red fire inhibits us.
Yes.
Okay. They are. So okay, I'm sorry. Just to clarify, the first phrase was "they are coming."
The first thing I said to you is that evil is here.
Evil is here. Red fire inhibits us. Okay. Evil is here. Red fire inhibits us. And I'm just gonna repeat that while Basil and Thaurum work because I'm trying to commit it to memory. Evil is here. Red fire inhibits us. Evil is here. Red fire inhibits us.
Kabi, stop babbling to yourself and get over in here and help us, damn it.
What? What are you?
Evil is here. Red fire inhibits us. It's what the voice said. It's there's something here.
I don't give a damn about the voice right now. Holo and Amelia might be dead.
What are you
Red
doing?
fire. Red fire.
Basil
Evil.
walks up and slaps Kabi across the face.
Get a hold of yourself, man.
Oh, I
gonna-
love it.
draw my crossbow and point it at him.
So you do get slapped.
Yeah, I'll take the slap. I'm definitely not paying attention to Basil, so I will take the slap.
Basil, what's your attack modifier? Or your strength modifier?
-1.
I don't even know how to calculate.
I regain it.
You take 2 damage.
All right, I'm gonna immediately draw my crossbow and just point it at him. What the hell is your problem?
Put your damned weapon away. This is all your fault. Now get over here and help us.
Evil is here. Red fire inhibits us.
And just walks away, completely ignoring Kabi.
I'm gonna light a torch.
You'll head torch.
Anything happens?
No.
What?
Darren, can you use
is-
your magic?
What I'm. We have been trying to use our magic to get Holo and Amelia out. What is your issue?
I heard the voice again.
The voice.
Yes, the voice. The what was in the shack? What was in the tunnel? Well, evil is here. Red fire inhibits us, and this obviously isn't working. And I'll toss the torch to the wall.
You
That
still
hurt.
hear the voice that came from the water.
Yes, I heard it in the manor when I hit the rock. I heard it when the ruby ate the rock and this happened. And then I touched the ruby again and I heard it. Evil is here. Red fire inhibits us.
You touched the ruby and heard this.
Yeah, and oh my God, just my head hurt.
As the torch hits the ground, you see everything around you all glow red for about 2 seconds. It's very quick, just like that, but everything glows red.
Kabi, you need to get rid of that ruby now.
No, wait. Can you use your magic again?
I am tapped out. I have used what little I can scavenge in this godforsaken cave to move these damn rocks.
Basil, can you use your blast? You can seem to do that at will.
Basil's just hauling rocks, completely ignoring Kabi right now.
Oh my God, you damn Monty! Just try it. What's the harm?
We are trying to save Holo and Amelia. It seems you have other dealings. This ruby that you are so obsessed with. Is it truly worth their lives?
I'm trying to find a way to accelerate the process. There is something blocking your magic.
Yes, do you know what would accelerate the process? Another pair of goddamn hands!
Basil, give me athletics check at disadvantage. Kabi, you hear a voice in the back of your head. Reach out.
Kabi's just gonna like freeze up and then extend his hand towards the boulders.
A ruby colored hand emanates from you and starts to grasp rocks and throw them out the way.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of I will light up. I will look just the look of pure joy, and I'll just start throwing rocks out of the way, crawling towards Polo and Amelia.
But it does take an hour or so. Siege
Okay.
bench.
Yeah, Thaurin is looking shocked and on guard.
Yeah, Basil too. Definitely takes a step back, eyes wide, just like, what the hell?
Sorry, Kevin, repeat that. I was distracted. Kevin?
Just Basil was taking a step back, eyes wide, watching Kabi do this.
Gotcha. Right. Sorry about that again. Holo and Amelia. Holo, give me another perception check. You can hear Amelia say to herself, "Please help us."
I think Holo would stay silent, respecting her whatever spiritual pursuit or devil's pact she's currently attempting. But Holo will just continue to hug her. Holo's like kind of motivation through this was just like allowing her to express her grief, even if it's in a very odd position. But I mean, what else are we doing?
As you sit there clutching Amelia tight, a circle of fire appears around you, burning hot. Holo, you hear a maniacal laughter roar through the air. But before you know it, you find yourself sitting just outside the quarry, free in the glass.
You said free of the glass?
Free in the grass, sorry.
Okay. Oh. We're out.
Amelia kind of sits there quiet. Yes.
Holo just quietly take her hand. Okay. Path has been chosen then. But at least it was the path that you chose yourself.
Amelia tears up a bit before she gives Holo a kiss on the forehead.
I think Holo would just embrace her and fully like understanding the gravity of what Amelia just did, but can't really bring herself to say much else.
Slight scene change. The rest of you are able to clear out the rocks that enveloped your path.
Uh,
Kabi's gonna, as soon as the path is clear, Kabi's gonna rush forward.
I think Valorant is just gonna sit there a bit shocked at what just occurred from Kabi.
Basil's on the other side of the hole, just kind of staring at Thalrin as Kabi runs past them.
Kabi, you make it to the end of the hall where you find, the bits and pieces of the black stone just kind of embedded into the wall, pebbles of it on the ground. Not too much, but about a penny's worth of each node. But when you look down, you see a circle of, it looks like burnt dirt on the ground. No one
Is
is there.
is there any? Does he feel anything from the ruby or from the voices?
The ruby goes silent.
Even when he approaches the black stones?
Yes.
All right, then he'll turn around and rush back over to Sal and Basil. They're not here. I don't know. They're not here. They're gone.
Could
And he's just gonna sprint back out the tunnel.
Yeah, still a bit baffled. He'll turn towards Basil. Did you saw what he did?
Yes, of course I saw it. A giant red hand reached out of thin air.
That is troubling. This ruby he possesses, it holds no magical signature, but it seems to have allowed him to do something he should not be able to.
Rather upfront about my feelings on the matter, but we'll deal with this later. We have to find Holo. Where the hell did she go? Is she not here?
And he kind of like looks in the, what's left of the rubble and stuff, and the collapsed caves and shit, and I don't know. And he's looking for any kind of sign of, her, maybe tufts of fur or like piece of Amelia's armor or something, or just anything that, would give him a sign.
There's nothing there. And Thal, give me a perception check.
I was just about to say, what about this burn mark? Advantage because I have.
I'm going to give you advantage because of something else that I won't tell you.
Fair enough. I don't know anything. Damn it.
Whatever. Thal, you feel something in your pocket.
I'll pull it out.
What you see is a scroll.
A scroll. What kind of scroll?
It is. Sorry, I need to double check. A scroll of scorching ray.
Oh, shit. Yeah, feeling this in his pocket and taking it out. Look, he'll kind of grumble to himself. I believe someone else has intervened.
Elaborate, please.
Hornball. I feel as though he has come to Amelia's aid. He seemed interested in her. I have attempted to keep them away from each other, but regardless, it seems that they have made contact.
Fallen.
This was not something that I expected to happen, nor was it something that should have been possible. So, we should go outside. If they have indeed been close.
If you're confident.
Basil again kind of looks back at the empty room, a little unsure.
Thauron will start making his way out.
Copy. You arrive out first to see Amelia and Holo. Amelia, a little injured. Oh, pretty injured. Outside, lying on the grass in front of the entrance of the quarry.
Kabi's pretty much gonna just sprint up to Holo and just like kind of tackle her with a hug.
Oh, Gabi, easy there.
I'm I'm so sorry. God.
Oh, what were you worried about me? You do know
I
that I can
was.
turn into a badger. Well,
He's
nonetheless,
gonna. Is
I
that how you
appreciate
got out?
No, but regardless, we are safe now.
Mm.
And you see Holo barely keeping it together emotionally.
I'm gonna look over at Amelia. Calby has his own suspicions, and he's had these suspicions for a little while. Amelia, how did you get out of there?
What does it matter?
It matters. Ever since we've been back, I know things have been difficult, but you have not seemed like yourself.
She kind of sits there, kind of staring off on the distance on her own. I prayed for help and I received it.
Do I feel anything? Any voices around her? Like, touch the ruby and I fail again, I will pass out.
Oh, she got to touch the ruby?
No, no, no. Without touching the ruby, do I feel anything?
No.
I'm gonna pull out the picture that we found in the Drake Manor that showed the family like photo or portrait, and it showed the what was it? The younger daughter's face was like scratched out.
If Holo sees you pull that out, she's gonna try to dissuade you.
Is she physically gonna try to dissuade me?
No,
What the fuck?
Holo would just say, Are you bringing it out of your pack?"
Yes, I am pulling it out of my pack.
You'll hear Holo pleading, "Javi, not now. This isn't the right time. This is too much to. Please don't."
There's never a right time. Something is going on here. And I'm going to kind of thrust the photo into her face. What happened? Why did you leave?
Kind of sees the picture, sees the scratch marks of the child, and just breaks down in tears in front of you, collapses to her knees, just crying uncontrollably. Falrin and Basil, at this point, you two would have made it out of the cave with Penelope, because she was around.
Okay, I mean, coming out, seeing, the scene, knowing that they're safe, Thalron will kind of just stop a little, I guess close enough, but seeing Amelia break down, clearly something's going on.
Amelia just asked, "Why am I scratched out?"
I will then. Amelia asked that?
Yes, she did.
I'll then wheel on Penelope and show her the photo. What is going on here?
At this, Basil will actually step forward.
And say, Cobby, this is not the time, and you are the last person to be throwing out any kinds of accusations right now. You nearly killed those
Basil.
two.
Basil, shut up.
No, Cobby, you shut up.
This
You have no
whole-
mind for
this
anyone else but
whole-
yourself. You are experimenting with magic beyond your means, nearly killing us. Again.
This whole time we have been here, there's been something held back, a reason. Amelia left. Penelope's here. Lord Drake going crazy. We found this photo that shows don't know, but there's something here.
Yes, and you have come closer to killing us more times than any of this has. By experimenting with this damned ruby. I admit, very strange things are occurring. But let's not gloss over the fact what the fuck just happened.
I am sorry about that, but
No buts. No. Acknowledge what you just did. Before you start throwing the accusations at anyone else.
I did in stupidity. I should not have done that with the rock and the ruby without consulting you all. But it happened. I heard those voices again. There is something here, and I think it involves these two. We were
Yes.
dragged into this, and by the gods, we will get through it without fucking dying.
This ruby that you have, if it is emitting the same voice as you heard when you drank water, it is not something that can be trusted. You should relinquish the ruby for now.
No,
I do not wish to force the matter, but I will. Situation. You almost killed two of us. You seem unable to resist whatever voice you are hearing. You act rash. You trifle with forces and you do not know of your actions. That ruby needs to be out of your possession.
Gabi's gonna start stepping backwards.
As a cast hold person.
Oh, we so quick.
Wisdom save.
Oh yeah, you definitely beat
Oh.
it.
If you attempt to run, Talbot is gonna do something. Like, oh God, why? Why have you done this?
Basil, as you attempt to cast magic, everybody freezes for a second, and you hear a big thum. No! As the magic box in your hand rattles with fierceness, and Midmar makes himself present once again.
Oh shit.
No, that's about the music. I just wanted to play that. No, Midbar says again, in full form, out amongst you all.
What do you mean, no?
The ruby stays.
And who are you to decide such matters?
He kind of looks at you, Fowrin, and then looks away back at Basil. The ruby stays.
No. No. That is unacceptable. He has nearly killed me multiple times. Nearly killed multiple. No!
I agree.
This is what Master Aether Wolf would want. The ruby stays.
Ooh, Basil's. I'm gonna roll an insight check on that one. Is he
Go
just
ahead.
throwing the name out there, or great roll disadvantage?
Just straight roll. He's telling the truth. Or he at least feels like he's telling the truth.
I'm going to need a little bit more than that. I've taken a lot of this on faith.
Do you trust your master?
Of course. But I am not convinced that you speak for him or have his best interests at heart.
We are aligned. I can assure that much.
Well, I can say that I care not what you are aligned with. That ruby is dangerous, and Kabi clearly does not have the fortitude to hold on to it. Regardless of what you say, that ruby parts, whether by force or by his own will.
Can I do a prepared action?
No, because
Okay.
Thauron, as you're speaking, all of a sudden you find that your words are not producing sound, as Midmar has casted silence on you.
Oh, you little slut. Oh, we want to play games. Okay. Would I know the effect?
Yeah, you know the effect.
Okay, so I know it has like a range of usefulness.
Yeah.
Okay, so Thauron will knowing this, he will start moving like further out, testing the range until he like gets up.
In that period, Minmar looks to you with sincerity, Basil, and says, "It will not harm you anymore. Please."
How can you guarantee that? Considering it has already harmed me on 1, 2, 3, 4. I've lost count.
It's our salvation. You and I do not squander it.
Becoming very fatigued with all of these half truths and riddles.
If you wish to know the truth, when you rest your head, and this time he speaks to your mind, come to the box.
Again, heavy sigh from Basil. Looks up at Midmar, watches Thauron keep walking further away out of the bubble.
Thauron, you are
Gives-
now out of the range of silence. But go ahead, Kevin. Sorry. Didn't interrupt.
Gives Kabi the most disdain is too strong, but very he is gives Kabi a very angry look, we'll say.
Keep that thing away from me. Do not bring it out in my presence again.
Oh, once Thauron is out of the sphere, oh my god, are we doing this now? I have one level 1 spell slot left, and I am strongly contemplating a
Make a decision, Chris. Do it.
oh.
For dramatic effect, do you want to do that in character and have Holo hold you back?
I am so basically once he gets out and he's hearing what's happening, you may all be fine with this course of action, but I am not. And I still have power left to do something. And he's gonna start forming the word. See Pebble start to rise into the air.
Hold on, what do you do in this situation?
Can Holo tell what you're doing, Thal? I know
Yeah,
you're
you-
doing like gravity, but who are you doing it on?
Yo, you've noticed the effects multiple times. He's definitely directing some powerful Kabi.
Holo will get up from her stupor, run past the crying Amelia. Where's Penelope?
Penelope is there just kind of stunned. She's just like standing at Basil's side.
Yeah, Holo will grab your hand, and I don't think that'd be enough to physically stop you, but I guess her presence is known. And she'll say, no one died, and you got what you want. And she looks back at Amelia.
Who just sits there kind of stupefied. This is it, Chris. You can cast a spell now or not. I'm going to leave the choice up to you.
Jesus fucking Christ. Um, Still holding on to the spell. He'll look at Holo. Both of you almost died. That gem is a danger in Kabi's hand.
It is, but we're at the crossroads of fate. It'll be okay. It has to be, right? And she is uncertain as she says this, as if she's wanting an answer from you.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, she's holding your hand and is like, the gravity of pebbles are, floating around us, around everyone. And she's not mad at you. It's just, she's just very emotionally just distraught. But you don't sense it's directed at you. It's just at the situation.
Giving a look at Holo and like looking over at Kabi, you see for a moment where he's about to just let it go, but something just clicks, and you'll start seeing the pebbles lower to the ground dissipate. That gem is a danger. Whatever voice is in your mind is a danger. I tell you this now, Kabi. If I feel you endanger me any more past this day, there will be no further interruption.
Abby's gonna look around, just kind of at Basil and Sal glaring at him mid this being who just appeared and Holo talking Sal down, and Kabi's gonna just look at Holo and just say in a sad voice, "I'm sorry." Then he's gonna turn invisible and run away.
You find that your invisibility does not work.
Oh, he's gonna start backing up towards the tree line.
Oh, if he tries to run, that's a different story now.
Well,
Basil makes no move to stop him.
Yeah, if he looks like he's moving forward, I have halted
gonna-
spell once. I will not do so again. Don't move.
I might not have been clear. Basil does not try to stop Kabi at all. He just stands there and watches.
If
Yeah.
Kabi moves, it spell is happening.
And you can see Holo take her hand off of you as you say, you won't be stopped a second time. It doesn't look like Holo would stop you either.
I mean, play it how Kabi would play it, but if Kabi moves, spell is happening.
You say my invisibility didn't work?
Nope.
I'm just gonna. All right, then I'm just gonna toss the photo on the ground and just kind of have a defeated look on my face and just plop down. You're getting distracted by the wrong thing.
I'm making sure I don't end up dead by something you don't understand.
And what? You want it, thou? Huh?
I am not the one with a voice in their head.
I don't believe you.
Quite frankly, don't care.
We all have secrets. Whatever the hell that thing is. I got Enoch. We know you have someone. You flash that bug at us. Don't know what the hell that is. And Holo, you've been acting strange since your encounter in the woods. Huh? We just have been traveling along, just lying to each other. And then I'll shoot a look at Amelia and Penelope. And ever since we got here, I feel like we've been lied to as well. It's exhausting.
Secrets are one thing, but you have something in your possession that has actively almost killed multiple. And you seem unconcerned.
Of
And this
course
new
I'm
voice
concerned.
in your head, given the situation, is troubling.
Bobby, you may very well be right about all this. But what difference does it make if you kill all of us in the process? The means by which you reveal this information matters.
I have carried this thing with me for so long, and it's never done anything before. I'm sorry if I started seeking answers from my my mine treasure. I will not experiment alone anymore. I see now what this thing can do. I understand that. And I am sorry that in that revelation, it caused so much harm.
Bobby, this was not the first incident with this damned thing. You continuously...
The first time was not my fault. None of us could have predicted that the water would do that. The second time, I feel like I can hardly be blamed. I was holding
Bobby,
a rock.
The first time was back in Mulberry when you pulled it out and it started hurting me.
And
Oh, but it was me, right? So therefore it was forgettable. It did not matter. It was not the first time. Now that it's affecting everyone else, it matters.
no,
Maybe now you'll take notice.
I feel like, okay, Basil, yes, the first time I pulled it out in front of us, it did cause you pain. But the other two times, with the water and then in the manor, it was tucked away in my pocket. We could not predict that the ruby would react to it. And the third time, yes, I acted in haste, but you also weren't around. I had
You did not think
hardly.
dangers. You did not contemplate what might happen even after the initial blast. That is the issue. I am not saying that the gem cannot be returned to you, but at present, I do not believe you worthy enough to hold it.
Worthy. There it is.
Do you possess magic powers? Do you even know what it is you do? No. You experiment without any forethought of what might.
Everybody roll me 46.
Oh, okay, great. 46.
Yep.
All right. And Cobby's knocked out.
You all
Ugh.
heal that much HP.
Oh, heal.
Ooh.
What in the world?
You feel a sorrowful wave kind of pulse out from the ruby as your wounds close and blood wiped away.
That ruby needs to be concealed, put away. Unless you're going to tell me that you somehow activated this new ability of it. You know nothing about it.
And I'm sorry, but unfortunately I do believe Cobby must retain the ruby for now. Cobby, please. For the sake of all of us. No more experiments. At least until we are in somewhere else.
Hearing that and seeing everything going on, Thalrin will grumble. I would not make any moves or any further moves tonight. But know this. While I may consider you an ally, I will wrench that ruby from your hand.
Cobby's just gonna just breathe heavily and just continue to sit there and stare at the ground. There's really nothing else to be said.
Any other comments from anyone?
Just kind of looks up at Midmar and
You have it, I suppose.
And he had that grandstanding of an entrance before, but he kind of weakly dissipates back into the box.
As he disappears, Thalrin will look over. I wouldn't try that little trick again.
Basil, you do hear random whispers in the back of your head. Can't really make out what they are, but it's just like
Awesome.
and that's where we'll end the session, guys. Yay.
Fucking silence spell. And we were doing so well. So fucking well.
Hey, I didn't expect y'all to turn on each other. I was just merely throwing out info.
Fucking Kami using the fucking ruby.